Welcome to the What's Happening Birmingham video podcast.
Hello everyone, this is Jarvis Escott with what'shappeningbirmingham.com. Typically you are used to seeing me with a guest, but tonight I want to do something special and tell you all thank you for checking out all my videos over these past few months. It's truly been fun, enjoyable, entertaining, but most of all I hope you all have found something very informative, because my main goal is really to inform Birmingham about what's happening in Birmingham. So please stay tuned to a lot of videos I got coming up in the next few weeks. A lot of you know, I'm kind of working on a set schedule of when the video is going to come out, so everybody know, please stay tuned for who to look out for. So I'm working on that, everybody, I promise. So please just stay tuned for that. But I also want to take the opportunity tonight to kind of tell you a little bit more about myself. So, as I told you before, I'm president of What's Happening in Birmingham, but my marketing company is named First Impressions Marketing Group, which owns what'shappeningbirmingham.com, also the app, the website, and also do an email newsletter called Birmingham 24/7. So I've been in business since 2007. I always like to call myself like an accidental entrepreneur because I really started this thing accidentally. I graduated from UAB back in 2003 with a degree in marketing. So after I graduated from UAB, I worked in the banks for a couple of years. I worked at Regions Bank and I also worked at South Trust Bank. After I left the banking career, I went to Enterprise Rent-A-Car. While in the midst of starting my business, I started going out a lot. And when I was going out a lot, I met a lot of friends. And then I thought about something one day. I was like, well, if I'm out a lot, I might as well be making money or something. So I started doing a lot of events. One of the first events I got my start was First Friday Birmingham, which I want to thank Tanita Kane for giving me an opportunity and start. And I used to walk around and do text messaging. So from text messaging, I built up a nice following. From there, I worked at a local club that was called My Raha. I want to thank Antonio Minifield also for the opportunity as well. And while I was working there, I was walking around collecting email addresses. And I got so good at it that I had a team of people collecting email addresses. And my first real foray into the business, I did a weekly events newsletter that was promoting things about what's happening in Birmingham. That's what I used to call it. It used to come out every Thursday. It used to have all the events. It used to be just nothing but flyers everywhere. But let me back up. What really got my idea for the newsletter was I had a birthday party, and I decided in my head, I was like, well, I need to find some sponsors for my birthday party. So I put up a little sponsorship package, everything. And what I was doing on the flyer, I would have different businesses under it. So an idea just came in my head and just said, well, something, I can do a weekly newsletter. And the rest was history. So I just kept doing it each week. And I want to say also a disclaimer. Since I've been in business since 2007, I don't think it has been, maybe 1 week has gone by without me doing an weekly email newsletter. I've been sending out emails for 12 straight years, you all, almost, coming this April. So you can only imagine this has become like a regular part of my life, pretty much. So the email newsletters just kept growing until maybe around about 2010, I woke up one morning and I was like, man, it's just something started coming in. I was like, what am I doing? And I was like, well, I'm telling people what's happening in Birmingham. So with any idea, I always tell business owners, buy the domain first. So I bought the domain first, What's Happening in Birmingham. Actually, I own a lot more domains. What's happening in Alabama, what's happening in Huntsville, what's happening in Atlanta. Hopefully one day I will branch out and do a couple of these, websites. I hope to one day, God willing. So I formed the website, What's Happening in Birmingham, and been in business for about 9 years doing this, until maybe like 3 years, around 2013, one morning, I saw a Facebook ad, and it said, create your own app. So at the time, the site was called Como, C-O-M-O. And if anybody knows me, knows that I'm the type of person, I don't plan a lot of things out. And I keep telling you all earlier, I'm an accidental entrepreneur. So when you're an accidental entrepreneur, you just kind of do things, see what works, see what doesn't work. So throughout this whole process, and let me go back to that. That morning, I designed my own app, which is the What's Happening Birmingham app today, which is on Android and also on iPhone, which is the App Store. Has over 10,000 downloads. One of the neat things I love about it, kind of goes back to what I used to do, is text messaging. It can send one little notification and hits everybody on their phones. So the What's Happening Birmingham app is one of the things I'm most proudly of, because it was a next step. And one thing, I know a lot of people know me for email, but I've tried to evolve over the past 12 years. I still do the email, and don't get me wrong, email marketing is wonderful, and you'll probably, in my couple of videos, if you saw this one with order, I'm doing weekly marketing tips where I'll be talking about marketing tips, social media tips to grow your business. So email marketing is still relevant, and I tell any business owner, it's always great to have your own list. I just wanted to continue to evolve because I see what the industry's going. You got email marketing, you got, of course, your website, then you got social media, which is a beast, and then you got traditional marketing. So going back to my business. So I got the email list, the website, the app. I grew my social media following. So how did I get into teaching social media classes? I got into teaching social media classes from one day I went to a constant contact workshop, and I was just sitting there asking questions, just general questions. And the guy just said, well, you know something? You should teach classes. And I was like bulb went off in my head again. So going back to me being the accidental entrepreneur. So the accidental entrepreneur in me from there was, well, let me just get some people together, teach a class. So my first class I ever taught, I had maybe about 20 people in there. So I'm thinking to myself, like, this is great, nada. And then I got sticker shock. And as I was doing the presentation, I was doing it from PowerPoint. And I noticed that a lot of small business owners, they didn't get it. So maybe like 3 or 4 workshops later, I scrapped it and said, something, I got to do an under the hood approach. And basically under the hood approach, like if you take your car to a mechanic, they get under the hood and fix it. So if you ever come to my social media classes, I apply the under the hood approach. So I help you out, specifically with you. I have small groups, just, we're going individually showing you how to, start Instagram, how to do a Facebook post, how to set up your Google AdWords. So once I started doing that approach, I started getting more success in my social media classes. So let's kind of go to my last step of my business, which reason why you're watching me right now. Back around last spring, one of the things, What's Happening in Birmingham, my main goal is just get information out to the community. So I advertise a lot of different things. I've been in business for 12 years. My email list is 20,000 plus subscribers. I say I advertise over 75,000, but possibly more than that. But some of the things I advertise, especially around election season, is candidates running for office. So I wanted to do something more special than just send out just a flyer. I said, well, let me just do an interview. So I started doing interviews with judicial candidates. And from doing the interviews with the judicial candidates, a light bulb went out in my head again. Accidental entrepreneur. I was like, well, let me just start a podcast. And believe it or not, I'm the type of person, a lot of people see these videos like, man, you got video camera. No, I'm doing this with a Samsung phone and one of these little video mic me's. And the way technology is now, that's pretty much all you need if you stand up and we looking straight at each other. So I've been doing the podcast. I guess this is going on a year. It's been fun. I've interviewed everyone from Mayor Woodfin, the new police chief. Last week I did an interview with Danny Carr. I did an interview with Dr. Boyce Watkins. I've done celebrity interviews. I'm trying to think of one of the celebrities right now that I did an interview with. But I've done a lot of interviews with a lot of local newsmakers here in Birmingham. And I really see that video, I tell any business owner, video is the future of marketing. All about video content. And if you're afraid of being in front of the camera, I tell any business owner, and I'm going to say these words, get over it, because it's not going anywhere. And the thing about it is, if you can do video, you can truly sell your business in a way, and you will stand out in front of the crowd, because right now on social media is a lot of noise. So you got to come up with a lot of different ideas, and a lot of ideas out the box, which I'm doing right now. And also, I would tell people too, just start somewhere. Don't worry about how you're going to look. Because trust me, some of you all are critiquing my video right now and probably say, well, he's doing his hands and he's doing this and he's kind of stuttering. Don't worry about that. Just start. Because we're not in the business to get an Oscar or an Emmy. We're just in the business to tell people about our business and tell people why we love what we do. And the reason why I'm doing this tonight, because I love what I do and I want to help you grow your business. So all that being said, that's the story of my business. That's how I grew my business. And I would love to have your business. And if you're interested in advertising with me or sign up for one of my classes, please give me a call at 205-538-4508 or check out some of my websites, whether it's what'shappeningbirmingham.com or my marketing website, which is jarvisescott.com or firstimpressionsmarketinggroup.com. One of those domains is going to be on one of these screens. So thank you all again for watching the podcast. I love you all to death. And all I can say is stay tuned and bye-bye.
Thank you for watching the What's Happening Birmingham video podcast. Please check out our website, app, or subscribe to our YouTube channel for the latest videos today.